Join us as we explore modern Japan's most colorful topics. Catch Japan. Coming up on today's program. First, a graceful 350-year-old arch bridge and numerous gourmet delights nurtured by abundant nature.
Why are you stepping on my sushi?
Enjoy the traditional charms of Iwakuni. Next, Higashi Osaka. It's bustling with many factories producing the world's most cutting-edge technology. We'll explore how they balance new tech and traditional culture and make it more than the sum of its parts. Next, we continue to feature Japan's national parks. This time, we visit Kerama Shoto National Park. Finally, the story of a cutting-edge factory that has achieved carbon neutrality. We learn how they reduced CO2 emissions to net zero. Iwakuni City, historic bridge and vibrant culture. Around 400 years ago, the samurai legacy formed the beautiful Iwakuni City in Yamaguchi Prefecture, interwoven with water and greenery. It's just a 95-minute flight from Tokyo.
Hey guys, it's Kathy Cat. I'm a YouTuber in Japan, living here for over 10 years.
She loves to travel in Japan, and the first place she visited in Iwakuni is this bridge, cherished as a symbol of the town. The Kintaikyo Bridge is one of Japan's three most famous bridges, completed in 1673. About 170 years ago, it was depicted by famous ukiyo-e artist Hiroshige.
The view is fantastic, the water is crystal clear, and the air smells so fresh. All right, have a look at this. There are steps on the arches of the bridge, like a staircase. I really wonder how and why they decided to construct the bridge this way over 300 years ago.
The unique five-arched wooden bridge was built due to the nature of the river 350 years ago. While it normally meanders through the mountain valleys, it would become a raging river during heavy rainfall, washing away bridges and threatening the lives of residents. The local lord worked to solve this challenge. He decided to have 4 bridge pillars built in the river, connecting them with arches. The key was in the materials.
Wow. The main pillars of the bridge were built out of stone. That must have been really difficult to construct in the old days.
As with the stone walls of the castle, the builders fit together large stones, bolstering their strength. The seasonal beauty of the area continues to captivate people. Efforts are currently underway to register Kintaikyo Bridge as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. After crossing the bridge and taking a ropeway up the mountain, visitors can reach the restored Iwakuni Castle. Climbing its tower reveals why the castle was built at this location.
And you can see so far. Oh, wow. They had several lines of defense against attackers. First, they had the river to stop them from coming, and then they built this castle on top of a high mountain. Very smart.
The river flowing through Iwakuni City not only protected the realm, but also had a big influence on its food culture. Fresh sweet fish, or ayu, can be caught in the river, and you can find ganne chestnuts, among the largest in the country, in the mountains. Local specialties are abundant, including branded Wagyu Takamori beef.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
A local dish called Iwakuni sushi is known for being very unique. Rice is packed tightly in a wooden container, and ingredients such as simmered anago eel, vegetables, and eggs are layered on top.
It looks so good. And the colors, it's really colorful as well.
これを
It's finished off in an astonishing way.
そうです。
Eh? What? What? Why? Why are you stepping on my sushi? Hold on, what's going on? Why are you stepping on my sushi?
Amazingly, the chef steps on the lid to compress it. The result is Iwakuni sushi, enough for 150 people. This dish was originally created as an offering to the local lord. With its carefully selected ingredients, the sushi stayed fresh and maintained its shape as servers carried it up to Iwakuni Castle. And how does it taste?
All the different ingredients come together in perfect harmony, and some of them still have that crunch as well. It's a fantastic combination. Now, Iwakuni sushi is served at festivals but also at family gatherings. And it's not just a great dish to eat and enjoy, but also it's fun to watch someone make it.
Iwakuni is not just blessed with great food, but also abundant groundwater that has long been used to brew sake. 5 sake breweries in the area pursue unique flavors based on the types of rice and brewing methods they use. The taste of sake changes greatly by how much the rice is polished, known as its seimai buai percentage.
This sake is brewed with rice polished down to 23% from the original rice grain, and this is 45%.
Tours and tasting are available at some breweries.
That's so smooth. That tastes really elegant. Okay, so 23, and then we have 45. Oh, there's a difference. Even though the ingredients are absolutely the same, just by polishing one of the ingredients more, you reach a totally different fragrance and flavor.
Iwakuni's variety of sake are popular with visitors, and worldwide exports have been increasing.
A trip to Iwakuni is like a box of Iwakuni sushi. It is filled to the brim with tasty treats and fun experiences, and it's hard to squish it all down into one day, so I personally would like to come here again soon.
A journey to Iwakuni, a city rich in the culture formed by ancient samurai and filled with natural beauty, promises to leave a lasting impression on your heart. The synergetic city of Higashi Osaka.
Can you guess what these metal components are used for? They're essential parts of cutting-edge passenger planes. These are the high-end goggles favored by Olympians. The special lenses control light in order to protect athletes' eyes. An intriguing piece resembling a shell and crafted in a metal processing factory is actually part of a world-famous diva's stage costume. The common thread among the 3 manufacturers is that they're all made by companies located in the same city. This is Higashi Osaka City, on the eastern edge of Osaka Prefecture, with a population of approximately 500,000. More than 5,500 diverse small and medium-sized companies are gathered here, boasting high technical prowess. It's one of Japan's leading manufacturing regions. ranking 5th in terms of the number of manufacturing industries and number 1 in factory density. Even challenging tasks that cannot be accomplished by a single company can be met through collaboration with others thanks to the area's distinctive network. A rugby stadium used in the World Cup is the symbol of the city. Its museum exhibits various rugby memorabilia. Hiraoka Shrine, approximately 2,700 years old, is one of Japan's 100 scenic, fragrant landscape spots. Many visitors from across the country come to Ishikiri Tsurugiya Shrine to pray for their health. From the observation lobby of the City Hall, you can enjoy spectacular panoramic views day and night. Faintly visible in the background of the Osaka Plain is the second longest suspension bridge in the world, the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge. This bridge also uses products made by a company in Higashi Osaka City, screws that don't loosen under any impact or vibration. These screws were developed and manufactured by Hard Lock Industry, located in Higashi Osaka City. The uniquely crafted non-loosening screws are used in the Tokyo Skytree, the world's tallest radio tower, as well as bullet trains and vehicles around the world. These non-loosening screws drew inspiration from the construction of Shinto shrines.
そうですね、これはね、くさびといってね、神社の鳥居なんかにね、そのくさびを見て、そこからヒントを頂戴した。一個のナットの中にくさびの作用効果を発揮させるかいうことばっかり考えてた。
In torii gates, wedges are driven in to strengthen the joint where two pillars intersect. By using two types of nuts with uneven surfaces and changing the thickness of the protruding section of the convex or tightening nut, they successfully strengthened the connection with the bolt and eliminated loosening. When comparing the impact of vibrations, a regular nut loosens and falls off in 20 seconds to 6 minutes, while this nut remained secure even after 17 minutes of continuous vibration. The Higashi Osaka City government has a special team that actively supports local companies.
We receive annually about 2,500 inquiries, including those from abroad, regarding developing the new items, sourcing the parts, customized manufacturing, and looking for the partner factory. Depending on the inquiries, we introduce manufacturers that may meet the requirements.
Within this manufacturing city, this company has been gaining worldwide recognition in recent years. At DG Takano, they developed a nozzle that reduces water consumption by over 90%, but also boasts powerful cleansing capabilities. Their use of patented international technology provides the world's only electricity-free water-saving solution, garnering high praise from around the world. Talented individuals from overseas who identify with the company's mission have joined them in designing solutions for global challenges.
日本人 100% の時よりも視野が広くなるというかね、いろんな国、いろんな文化、いろんな習慣の人たちが混ざり合うんで、お互いにいい刺激になってるんですよ。やっぱり日本人のその常識、この働く常識、これが常識だよねっていうことが海外の人にからすると、なんでそんな変な働き方してるのとか、でそれで初めて気づくとかね、やっぱりそういういろんな気づきがあるっていうのはいいと思うんですね。
After graduating from the Indian Institute of Technology, Faizan Mohammed joined the company.
Well, honestly speaking, I wasn't aware that Higashi Osaka is a region where a lot of manufacturing goes on. But as soon as I moved here, I got a strong sense that there are a lot of manufacturers and small to mid-scale companies based here. This also made sense when I found out that Digi Takano has its main offices here, because it becomes very easy to collaborate with these companies and produce prototypes at will.
Higashi Osaka, the city of manufacturing, is evolving further, connecting companies with each other and with the world. Why not find out what connections you might discover for business and as a spot for your travels in Japan?
A national park of the sea. This time, we're visiting the Kerama Shoto National Park. The Kerama Islands are a group of islands located about 40 kilometers west of Naha City in Okinawa Prefecture. There are over 30 islands of various sizes. About 96% of the park area is made up of the crystal blue waters known as Kerama Blue. It is a national park of the sea. Reporting on this today is Francis Vincent Giri. He has been interested in Japan since he was a child and came here around 20 years ago to learn about Japanese culture. One of his greatest interests lay in the seas of Okinawa. Vincent's first stop on the journey is Tokashikijima Island. He plans to try a recently popular activity, SUP, or stand-up paddleboarding. His guide will be Yoshizaki Makoto, who lives here on Tokashikijima Island. The water is so clear that you can see straight through to the bottom of the sea.
She's just under me. Hello. Oh, すごい。すごいすごいすごい。That's great.
海からビーチ側にそんなたくさんサンゴはないです。はいはいはいはい。海藻が生えてるので、海藻食べに行くが青海です。はい。
Yoshizaki moved here from the Tokyo metropolitan area.
渡嘉敷島はですね、海もとても綺麗なんですけども、山もとてもですね、自然豊かでいろんな動植物があったり、四季折々いろんなのが楽しめるっていうのが魅力的かなと思います。
Yoshizaki-san, thank you so much for teaching me how to stop today. It was really, really fun and a great experience.
The next stop is Akajima Island. We come to Nishibama Beach, which is said to have one of the clearest waters in all of the Kerama Islands. This is Taniguchi Hiroki, a coral researcher who has lived on Akajima Island for 23 years.
What were you doing here?
まあちょっとここに転がってるのを見てたんですけど、
サンゴですね。
この辺の砂ってすごい真っ白じゃないですか。はい。この砂っていうのはこういうサンゴのかけらとか貝殻が粉々に砕けてやがてこういう砂になるんですよね。
Wow. We hear a lot about like preserving the corals, but why is it so important to do that?
サンゴっていうのはやっぱ海の中ですごく大事な、ね、陸上でいうと森のような森の木々のような役割を果たしている。
Coral has a hard skeleton, and with its symbiotic phytoplankton, it supplies oxygen to the sea through photosynthesis.
サンゴがあることによっていろんな生き物がそこに住んでたり隠れ家にしてたりでその森の木がなくなってしまうとやっぱり魚とか貝とかエビ、そういう生き物もいなくなってしまいますよね。
About 20 years ago, this coral was faced with a threat of extinction. The Kerama Islands saw a massive outbreak of a large coral-eating starfish known as the crown of thorns starfish.
それをじゃあ退治したりとかしたんですか？
そうですね。地元のダイビング協会さんとか漁協さんとかそういう人たちがほぼボランティアでですね、もう毎日のようにオニヒトデの駆除をしてくれて。
Since then, the coral conservation work has continued. It is through the tireless efforts of the local people that the beautiful waters of Kerama are maintained. To enjoy the beautiful sea further, we head to Zamami-jima Island, a spot popular among divers and tourists. Vincent immediately goes for the snorkeling experience. He is supported by Oku Futoshi, a professional diver. It is a beautifully rich landscape that serves as home to a wide variety of sea life.
The coral reef was a real forest filled with a lot of different lives. Fish, plants, everything was so beautiful, so colorful, and so rich. Also, I was really moved by the connection between the people living here and the nature. They're trying to do their best to protect this environment and to keep it as beautiful as it is now. There are so many things to discover within the ocean, in the nature, in this wonderful national park.
Kerama Shoto National Park is accessible by speedboat or ferry from Naha. A carbon-neutral factory.
The global rise in temperatures is continuing to affect the planetary environment. Measures are underway around the world to bring down global temperatures by reducing the amount of greenhouse gas emissions, such as carbon. With corporations being called upon to take concrete actions, a cutting-edge factory about 100 kilometers from Tokyo was completed in 2021. This is Hitachi High-Tech's Naka Marine site. They produce the most precise high-tech measuring equipment necessary in semiconductor manufacture. Combining a variety of methods, they have achieved net zero carbon neutrality.
環境価値実現っていうのは、大きな柱ということになっておりますし、地域住民の皆さんだとか、この地球環境に携わるすべての皆さんに対してそれをきちんと作り上げていくということが、非常に重要だと。
How did this factory achieve carbon neutrality?
あれが弊社で導入しました移動型の共同ロボットになります。
One of the keys to achieving carbon neutrality were these robots. A crucial issue to fulfilling the goal was to reduce the amount of electricity used, their number one cause of greenhouse gas emissions. This is because the oil and gas burned by power companies to generate electricity releases vast amounts of carbon. At this factory, robots transport the machines that human workers used to, along with many other tasks. Reducing the number of staff also saves energy. Managing the air for this clean room's air showers, which remove tiny particles, actually uses more electricity than the robots. The more people are involved, the more electricity is required.
こちらのクリーンルームの環境では、より精密で安定的な温度制御が必要になってきます。人を減らして温度制御のエネルギーを減らしていると。
Every process in this factory was rethought in order to reduce energy consumption. The best example is this machine.
こちらがプラズマクリーニング装置になります。 今投入している金属表面の有機物をクリーニングすることができます。
This process removes the tiny particles on the surfaces of parts. By incorporating this cutting-edge plasma particle machine, the process now takes only 1/10 the time as before. It also reduced energy consumption by nearly 90%. Monitoring systems to make sure excess electricity is not being used were also strengthened through precise control of energy usage within standard margins throughout the factory. To avoid the strong sunlight of summer, eaves were made longer to suppress energy used for air conditioning. Sharing the goal throughout the company and having all employees brainstorm ways to reduce energy consumption is what led to the achievement of carbon neutrality.
今その環境活動自身は半導体デバイス工場我々のお客様の高い水準を要求されているというところもありますので、そこを実現しないとですね我々の信用を失う。2019年に、この工場は、建設が始まったわけなんですけれども、それ以前のですねコンセプト作りのところからアイデアを出し合って実現したのがこのマリンサイトだということになっております。
In order to achieve carbon neutrality, this factory also employs nature.
The
system is located beneath the facility.
クールヒートチューブといいまして、実は地中にもこういう配管を通してます。地中の熱を利用した空調システムになってます。
These cool heat tubes make use of subterranean temperatures. They take in air from outside, which can be used for air conditioning by adjusting the temperatures within the buried tubes. Because the underground is a stable 16 to 20 degrees year-round, the air is cool in the summer and warm in the winter, all thanks to natural energy. It's currently only used in select sections, but is planned for expanded use. Eco-friendly energy is not only underground, but on the roof as well.
こちらが屋上に設置しました太陽光発電システムになります。
The system consists of 6,000 square meters of photovoltaic cells.
太陽光発電効率を上げるために物陰にならないように屋上のフロアレベルから上げて、そこに太陽光パネルを設置しています。
While there are seasonal differences, up to 30% of the factory's power needs can be generated here. The remaining power is bought from power companies that use renewable energy, such as hydroelectric. As a result, the factory was able to achieve net zero carbon neutrality. Adopting new methods takes time and money, so carbon neutrality is no easy feat. However, slowing climate change will benefit the entire planet, and each of us changing how we think is a shortcut to achieving this common goal.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks for watching. You can find past segments on our official YouTube channel. Join us again next time on Catch Japan.